All right, guys, fire away.
Thoughts on just the year awards and you winning Coach of the Year?
All great team accomplishments. Whenever these postseason, all conference awards come out, it's always a team thing, and I'm proud of the guys, proud of the team, and and thankful, that we had a great regular season. Now, I'm ready for what's coming next.
It was a little bit of a surprise that Pella got Sixth Man of the Year, but why do you think he was voted?
Listen, I don't know. That's for the coaches, but I think he's deserving. I think Umar's deserving, and I think Justin's right there. I think all three of those guys, and what a luxury for a team to have three guys that can be up for whatever Sixth Man of the Year.
Tommy, you said something that was funny or strange to me on Saturday. You talked about you enjoying the wins and the victories. Most coaches, when you ask them about victories and losses, they say the losses are too painful, better than the wins are fun. You're reverse of that.
Well, I've always said that I don't mind losing. Obviously you're not trying to lose, and I understand this is a results-driven business, but losing gives you a chance to really honestly assess yourself and get better and make adjustments and so it's I think it's a good catalyst for improvement. And then winning's fun. Come on. How can you not enjoy the wins? And hopefully I'm never that tortured coach that goes home after a win and is just relieved that it's over. Hopefully I feel good about it, and and then once you take a breath and you feel good about the win, then you got to roll up your sleeves and, kind of break it down and figure out where you got to get better. It's just it's the process of coaching.
Think about Christian's awards and particularly the most improved. People look at what he did last year in the games, but you've had him since what, July or August. Since that period, does he strike you as the guy who's really?
I think so. In my opinion, he's come really far, and I'm proud of him. When we first talked about him staying there, I told him that I thought these things were possible, and that I love coaching and developing big guys, and we're going to make it a priority. And I said, now I need you to commit to working and sticking with the process, and then hopefully what I'm going to show you is we're going to work hard, you're going to make progress, then you're going to want to work harder, and that's the kind of cycle you want to get, and he definitely has done that.
Did you envision him even doing things like he has, being switched out on the perimeter guys? And
well, for sure. I thought he's capable of a lot of things, and once we started practicing, I thought, this guy had a lot of versatility and is very unique, and we needed to take advantage of as many things as we could, that he offers with his versatility.
I think about this team is the pieces fit. You have guys who come in for other guys who you don't lose a beat, big guys for big guys. Just when did you find that possibility?
Well, when you're, like I always said, I'm not really big into recruiting classes. I'm big into building a team. And as we were, figuring out who was going to come back, and then we started looking at what we needed to add, and we tried to find pieces that we thought, fit the puzzle. And, because I like building a team where you have the pieces complement each other. I think that then it's easy to develop chemistry there, and everybody knows their role and embraces it.
Tommy, can you talk about what Ben's accomplished on the floor, offense and defense, and why he deserved to be the Pac-12 Player of the Year?
Well, Ben's had a dominant year, he really has, and it's been fun. I think if you kind of watch how the years went, he might have started slow those first couple games and then kind of really took off in December, even I guess even November too, late November and early December, and then then kind of in some of those early Pac-12 games, he kind of hit a patch where he struggled a little bit, and teams were throwing different things at him, and he adjusted, and he's gotten better. That's what's been fun watching him over the course of this year. He continues to get better, and I'm hoping we can squeeze another jump out of him. Those are the things, some of the things we've been trying to focus on practice, is helping him continue to grow as a player, and his best days are still far ahead of him. But this year, I think he really took some big steps forward and kind of solidifying his opportunities for the future.
What would you say was the one thing that he improved on the most?
I think just feel for the game. Feel for the game and being able to play with the ball in his hands and make decisions, and and then just kind of reading and reacting to the game as opposed to having everything be scripted. I think that's the area where he probably grew the most.
How about yourself, too? Just Coach of the Year. I mean, not a surprise now, obviously, but maybe back in October, everybody was like, well, Tommy Lloyd's never coached a game, blah, blah, blah. How's he going to do? How do you feel about that?
Obviously I feel great because it's a team award, and our team's had success. But to be honest with you, I was paying, if there's a negative part of paying attention scale, I was in the negative part of what people were thinking of me and the job I was going to do. It didn't matter to me. I was just throwing myself into the team and attacking this thing day by day. And I think that's where my energy's more needed rather than worrying about what people think I can and can't do.
Did you hear from your wife or family or anybody once the award was given out?
Yeah, my wife sent me a text. Yeah, for sure. She's been great. Hey, these wives that embark on these journeys don't necessarily choose this life, and it's a crazy life, even for your kids. So I'm thankful for all of them for, believing in me and letting me, make the decision to come down here and supporting it. And, it really takes a team, obviously, with your basketball team, but it takes a team at home, because at the end of the day, guys, I want to be normal just like you guys. I got kids, I got teenagers, and not every day's perfect, and you need a normal family that allows you to be normal. So I appreciate that.
Like you said, you're not paying attention externally, but did you think at least deep down when you came here in April that, hey, I can do this at a high level and, don't
listen, I believe in myself. There's no doubt about that. And I believe in my preparation, and I believe in the work I've put in to do this, and that's all I was going to worry about. Now, that not being said, I didn't think I had all the answers. I knew I had to be a quick study, and I was going to have to learn on the fly. And those are the things I was focused on, is just, kind of having my antennas up, paying attention, making sure I'm putting my energy and effort into areas that are going to impact this team. That was my focus, impacting this team, because these guys deserved my full attention. And so that's where I put 100% of my attention.
After a successful regular season, all the awards, what areas do you still think your team can improve upon in the postseason?
Well, there's lots. Obviously, you can improve on some of your schemes, maybe some of your execution. Obviously more situations are going to pop up. These games are going to get closer. They're going to hit hard and fast, and you just want to do everything you can to put your team in best position to be prepared when that moment arrives. And so those are the things we've kind of been focusing on now. And obviously, things always need maintenance, whether it's your ball movement, your reads, your rebounding, your transition offense. There's always maintenance. So you're making sure you're maintaining and keeping things sharp, and also not being afraid to add a wrinkle or two.
How do you use a tournament like this? Do you use it as a combination of going for the win, but also preparing for the NCAA?
Well, we're going to go for the win anytime we play. That's going to be priority number one. And, but that being said, we don't have a lot of postseason experience. The kids that were on the team here last year didn't get to play in a conference tournament. So, we're gonna go in and we're gonna attack it and see how it plays out. And then at the end of the day, if it's successful or unsuccessful, we're gonna learn from it and hopefully be better the next week.
Is there a factor, or whatever word it is, you played 3 games in 6 days, I think twice, now you played 3 games in 3 days possibly. Anything?
Well, listen, it's equal footing at this point. And, your opponent's going to have probably done the same thing. Or if a team comes from, Wednesday's games, they're going to have played 1 extra game. So, and I've been talking to our guys, a lot. Like, hey, we're in a tough stretch of the schedule, but there are no excuses. You should be ready to play today. Because eventually, if you want to win a Pac-12 Tournament championship, you're going to have to play back-to-back days. So so that's when, some days when we rolled out and I made them practice in between those games, they weren't super excited, but that's what you have to do. You got to be ready physically to play the next day.
What's the challenge of game planning for not knowing even who your opponent's going to be?
There is no challenge. It's been beautiful. You focus on yourself, and we haven't had these little 3-day window, that normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for a while. So just to take a breath and just focus on Arizona basketball has been nice.
So will there be an actual time to implement anything specific towards the opponent?
For sure. It'll be Wednesday. We're going to practice after the game, and when we know who we're playing, and then we'll kind of go through our script and put in the game plan for, with Stanford or ASU. And then, probably touch on it again Thursday morning and then play early.
You guys go up tonight or tomorrow?
We go up this afternoon. Yeah.
Are you a believer that it's tough, really tougher anyway, to beat somebody 3 times? Because it looks like
Listen, I'd much rather try to beat a team 3 times than win the first one the 3rd time. So, you take that for what it's worth. It's just the next game.
But just as far as in general, just the familiarity, obviously Stanford
Yeah,
gonna have with you.
It goes both ways, so, we as a staff have to roll up and figure out, the best way to play against each team, and hopefully the guys can execute it.
Can you talk about your experience in conference tournaments? Again, first time in the Pac-12, but plenty of time in the WCC. What do you remember? What do you like about them? What are some of the pratfalls?
Well, obviously I enjoy, these single elimination tournaments. There's a lot on the line, and it's fun getting your team ready to play and really making sure they're loose and they come out aggressive and play in attack mode. That's going to be my message. They're fun. It's fun for the fans, because you get everybody in one spot. It kind of wraps up, a long regular season, and it kind of kicks off March Madness. And it's just an exciting time in college basketball. And Vegas has kind of become a mecca for these West Coast Conference tournaments. And it's going to be. Obviously you got Gonzaga finishing up tonight, and then you got the WAC, the Mountain West, the Pac-12 all hitting at the same time. So. It's going to be exciting. A lot of good basketball.
Do you have to change the individual mentality this time of year, or do you try to stay consistent?
You're always staying consistent. You're always staying consistent, and you just try to tighten some things up, and just kind of let guys listen. Here are some of the potential pitfalls. And unfortunately, how it plays out is if you can't fix them during that game, it's season over or tournament over. So. But we're gonna do everything we can to not play uptight. We're gonna come out and play aggressive, and we want to be in attack mode for sure.
My next question: how do you deal with the pressure on teams to win this time of year?
Pressure is a privilege. It's great to be playing in meaningful games, and go out and these are all opportunities, and let's take advantage of some opportunities.
We drill down to a couple of the awards to just get a little bit more on Pella winning the 6th man, how important that is to be unselfish. And then I know you like to talk about defense, kickstart of the offense, having DT on the all-defensive team. What's happening? Yeah,
first off, Pella, he had a really good year for us. And I knew he was going to, and I kept telling Pella early in the year, and he thought I was crazy. I said, December 1st. He said, I knew you were going to be playing before that, but that's when you need to be, closer to 100% and be yourself. And then I think he got there, and then, by, January 1, February 1, I think he was a better version of himself. And he's still really going as a player. I can't wait till this offseason to watch the jump he's going to make. And, he's just so versatile. He could come in, and he's so good at both ends of the court. And, with his decision making, his shooting ability, he can get in there and mix it up on the glass, and then defensively, he can guard anybody. So I think he's deserving, and as was Umar. Umar obviously came in, and he and CeeLo, was kind of a dynamic duo, and just I'm so proud of Umar, to even be in consideration for that award. He's really come a long ways. And then Dalen, obviously, I think that all-glue team captain award, by Seth Davis is equivalent to being an All-American. I really do. I think it says something, and Dalen's 100% committed to the team, and I haven't been around many players who can play, with as much intensity and focus and fire and effort and energy, for long periods of time. So he's really been a catalyst, to help us be a great defensive team, and obviously Christian is a difference maker on the defensive end. He changes the game. The way he can protect the rim, the way you could switch him out on certain situations is great. And the last guy, who didn't get any accolades is Kerr. Listen, Kerr's my point guard. For whatever reason, to me, he's very deserving to be on this all-conference list. And, I think the one thing we all know about Kerr, I don't think it takes much to motivate him. And so he'll respond great from this, but he's my point guard. I wouldn't choose any other. And he's done an unbelievable job leading this team. And the one thing he cares about is winning. And, point guards are evaluated on one stat: wins and losses, and I think he's done pretty well from that aspect this year.
All right, thanks,
All right,
guys.
guys. See you Thursday.
All right, are we have questions? Our first team All Pac-12 honorees?
How was it being named Player of the Week, Player of the Year, I'm sorry?
It's a great honor. You know, just I wouldn't be able without my team. So I'm just happy. You know, I got to play the year, and it's a great achievement.
Well, what did you guys think of all the, I mean, I guess maybe not a surprise the way you dominated the league that, you know, you got most of the major awards. You three guys are all league, but I mean, what did you think about the way it turned out?
I think it's just the recognition we kind of deserve, you know, winning games. When you win games, you're going to have that recognition. Like Coach Miller used to tell us every day, with team success come individual accolades, and I think that's what we're seeing right now, and yeah.
Christian, how does it feel to be Defensive Player of the Year?
It feels good. It feels good, but you know, it's not only me. It's just my team, my teammates. I gotta give credit to them. They just help me do that job every day in defense, and you know, it's basically a team thing. And I don't play defense by myself, so I just gotta give credit to these guys.
When did becoming a defensive specialist become a part of your game?
You know, the offense is not always going to go your way, so you got to focus on something, and I think defense is something I always focus on because I know even if I'm not playing good on offense, I can always play good in defense, and I think that's just what I'm trying to do every game.
Which award do you like or feel good about improved or defensive?
Pac-12 champion. That's better. That's better.
Okay, so how about the just being named improved? Did that surprise you at all that you got that one as well?
I would say a little bit, but at the same time, no, because I kind of made a big improvement from last year, so it didn't really surprise me. But at the same time, I take it.
Azulis, from your standpoint, how did Ben's game grow this year?
I will start with that I knew Ben from the NBA camp in Chicago, and then when I saw him dunking the ball, shooting threes, I was like, who is that guy, you know? And then he committed to Arizona, and then I got an offer, and I didn't even I was already like, yes, I'm going there because, you know, Ben is there, so we can make a good team. But yeah, he improved a lot compared to last game with all the COVID stuff. It was hard to play for all of us, but especially Ben, he was good last year. He's even better this year, and you can see the improvement by his stats and by body language, how he understands our game style this year. So, he improved a lot, yeah.
Tommy's talked a lot about you working with Umar after practice and Ricardo Foyce. Can you talk about the people that helped you work to win this Most Improved Player award?
Like I said, it's everybody. It's everybody. I can put my teammates in it. I can put the coaching staff. I can put my family. I can put everybody. Everybody helped me. You know, this off season, I had a meeting with Coach Tommy, and we talked about what I needed to improve on. And we guys like Coach Ricky coming in, we kind of walk every day after practice. Me, Umar, and sometimes we walk with Zoo too after every practice. So it's just a hard work. We're just working out every day and just to get better.
I think Tommy said, and Umar too, that you guys have become really good friends, you and Umar, and how, you know, what's kind of been the bond there? Obviously, you play the same position, both from Africa. Anything, you know, where you guys have really hit it off?
Yeah, that's true. We play the same position, but we're really good friends. You know, I think it's just the fact that we have the same hobbies, like outside of basketball. We love playing FIFA. You know, we speak the same language, so I think everything just comes all together, and I think we had a pretty good relationship together.
What did you do to improve so much, or as much as you did? A lot more shots? Did you handle the ball more in this last year?
I just say I knew what I had to work on for me to improve on my game. I put a lot of time in the gym, with a lot of people, a lot of coaches, where you know, I had a lot of critics about my game, and I just had an open ear. I just wanted to improve, so you know, I worked on shooting off the dribble and just being more comfortable off the dribble, basically the whole summer, and just say I was in the gym a lot.
Being aggressive as well, because you're more aggressive, obviously, getting to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, having a really great team helps being aggressive. Like Christian said, offensive is not always going to be my way. So you know, I got to find another way to improve and just to impact the game in general.
Did you overthink a lot of things at first when you got to Arizona?
Our first year.
Like Tommy was saying that, you know, now you're playing more freely. Not everything's as scripted.
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty hard at first to have a first year as coach. You know, I didn't know who he was as a head coach. I knew him before as an assistant coach, but I didn't know my trust would have came that fast. So you know, having a coach that's first year as a head coach is you know, I put a lot of trust in. I trust in my teammates as well. That we had a lot of work to put on and to put in. And
How much you've enjoyed this style of basketball as compared to others you play more free flowing, and how does it show off what you do best?
I say it's pretty fun. You know, I don't think I'll ever get this again anywhere else I play next. So I just say it's a pretty fun experience where everybody's able to create plays and everybody's sacrificing themselves for each other. So I'd say it's pretty fun.
Tommy also said at least a couple times he wanted you to smile more, kind of enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Were you not enjoying the moment, or?
I say pretty much I enjoy the moment every time. I'm hard on myself. I always think every time I shoot a basketball, I think I can make it. So sometimes it gets in my head and like, you know, I'm just being too hard on myself. But I'm always smiling, even though I don't show it a lot. So I say.
For any of you guys, Tommy just before said that we all know that Kerr doesn't need a lot to get motivated. Do you think him being the only one of the starters not to get any sort of recognition is something he might use as fuel for this week and beyond?
I just said one thing. Kerr is a leader. You know, he's a team player. So not having any awards or recognition, he don't really care about it. You know, we got the recognition we wanted. You know, we're one of the best teams in the country, and us winning. Kerr loves winning. So him seeing us doing great and him doing great as well as a team just motivates him.
I think Murph said something on the radio last night that was interesting, that he thought, you know, you had some obstacles growing up in Canada, and you know, he said sometimes in those situations players are, you know, looking out for themselves and maybe can get selfish easily, and he said you're not. And I wondered, like, how did you, you know, did you evolve that way to have kind of that team outlook, or you know, where did that, you know, come from in your background?
I'll just say it's just who I am as a person. Like I said before the season, I knew we had a lot of pieces, you know, transfers and freshmen coming in, and we were going to have a great team. So I just felt like I was not going to do it by myself. You know, I had to trust my teammates and you know, be able to play as a team and win games.
What helped maybe your sister being in the game or anything like that? Any other influences kind of made you who you are too?
Yeah, my sister definitely helped me to become the person who I am today, obviously, so credit to her.
When did you guys all think that this was all possible? Like you guys, you know, practiced obviously, and then came back and you were playing together. When did you think it was all possible to play together and do what you did? Was it August, September, earlier?
Yeah, when we came back all together, it was our first practice, and we knew that we can be a good team. So we just kept working hard every day, before practice, after practice, and I know if you work hard, you can get good results after.
And yeah.
Can you talk about playing the Pac-12 tournament, which you're looking forward to? How important is it to come out of Vegas with some momentum, getting ready for the NCAAs?
I mean, like I think coach said after last game, he said, we're not going there to defend anything. So we're going to go there and we're going to be hungry. You know, last year we didn't have the chance to play in the Pac-12 tournament. So basically all of us, we want to win that too. So we're going to get there, take every game after game, and, you know, focus on those. And like I said, we want to win every game, so we're going to go there being hungry.
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
I'm pretty much the same. Like Christian said, we're going to go out game after game. And, you know, it's like do or die. So the whole focus is going to be on the first game, and then second game, and the third game. So we're just thinking about game after game.
Christian, did you want to answer that question about when did it all happen? When did it all kind of magic start?
Oh, no, I was kind of just about to say it's kind of the same thing, you know. Like last year, we had a lot of people returning, like me, Ben, Zucker, Dan, and all of us, and we got some good new pieces. And, you know, when we got together during the summer, we had, like Zeus said, we had some workouts, and we look at each other, we're like, oh, we had a chance. And we knew, like I said, last year we didn't have the chance to compete for anything, basically. So this year we had to go there and be hungry, play hard every game. And I think that's what we show. And I think we still have a long season going forward. So I think we're going to continue to play hard and, you know, give it back to our fans, the support they showed us.
What do you remember about how everything happened 2 years ago in Las Vegas?
I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. I think we played Washington first. I think it was on Wednesday, right? We played Washington on Wednesday, and we were about to play USC on Thursday. So we have film in the morning. We have film on USC and everything. We have film, and you see on the social media, like all the conferences, they're canceling the conference tournament, they're postponing games and stuff like that. And we were like, Coach Miller was like, oh, we just going to continue to watch film until they tell us we can't play. So we were watching film, and after we got done with film, we were going back in our rooms, and they just called us, text us, we got a team meeting. And in the team meeting, they were like, oh, the conference just canceled the tournament. And it was like, oh, what can we do now? Like, that's how we just separated from each other. Like, my sister was there. She was driving back from Vegas to LA. I just went back with her. Other people from Vegas, they just stayed in Vegas. And the rest of the guys, I think they drove here with the bus. And that was the last time we basically saw each other all together. So it was crazy. It was really crazy.
At that time, what was kind of going through your mind when all the tournaments got canceled?
I mean, basically nothing. You didn't know what to do. Like, you didn't know what to do. You have no idea what's next. It was some weird time, you know. It was some weird time, and I hope we never go back to that basically.
For Ben and Jules, how does it feel to play in your first Pac-12 tournament after not being able to last year?
I don't know. I think it should be fun because I don't know how does that feel to play there, and I don't really know how important it is to win the tournament, but I mean, we have high standards and we're ready to win this tournament, so I think it will be fun.
Did you watch it last year, or was that hard to do?
No. I mean, I watched some games, but it was kind of hard to watch it, you know. It was kind of hard to watch it because you knew if you went there, you had a chance to win too. So just watching the other team play, it was kind of hard, but I mean, that's the past. Now in the present, and we got a tournament this week, so we're just gonna give everything we got.
How about just playing at T-Mobile again? Does it help that you played there in November and had a lot of success? I mean, as players, do the rims, the background, any of that make a difference and be familiar, or does it not really make a difference?
I mean, basketball court is a basketball court, so I don't know if we're just gonna go there and play our game. You know, we just want to play some good basketball. For sure, maybe it's gonna help. I don't know. We're gonna see that, but I don't know.
I like the gym, yeah. It's like something special there. I feel something that, I'm more comfortable there, because we played once, so it's good. It's a good place to play.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.